we're back. A winning week. Wayne Toots on a winning week.
Wayne Toots was unbelievable.
I heard it was a huge crowd.
It was the biggest crowd we've ever had. We had to turn people away. It was standing room only.
Did you get up on stage?
I thanked everyone initially.
You didn't
but
sing?
Then no. But then literally we had people standing in Blue and Gold Drive. Like it was absolutely packed. Great concert and an even better win on Saturday.
And a nice night. You had good weather, everything.
It was great. I mean, we had a really good crowd. We had a dominant win, which is the first time in a long time that's happened.
The best performance of his team in his 3 years.
For sure. And, we talked a little bit about it off air, but, you could tell, I think that from the first play, we went deep for a touchdown.
You were aggressive.
Yes.
Aggressive.
And that's the part that, personally, I've been just waiting for this group to go like let's go. And
well, you got to remember it's a new group and it's a little different, but it was good to see the aggressiveness and the attack mode from the start. A lot of things that happened, obviously, but I think that's if that continues, that's a good sign.
Yeah, 100%.
And the first time you're over 500 in his era.
Absolutely. And this is a big week. We're going on on the road. We're playing a really good opponent in Weber. And then you come back and have the second league game. So we're going to be gone for a while. We have a lot of momentum at home. Hopefully we can, win games on the road and keep the momentum. But, just from the tailgate experience, it's amazing what winning will do.
Yeah.
Is the amount of RVs there Friday and Saturday versus the second week against Stephen F. Austin, it was night and day. It's just when...
It's also interesting to me, it's interesting that everybody talks about this league and SFA first conference game back and everything, they didn't bring a lot of people.
They didn't. And that was really disappointing, to be honest with you. But it's okay. I mean, look, all we can do is, this is why I say all the time, one of the reasons why for the next 3 to 5 years, we have an opportunity to truly be regionally dominant and nationally relevant because of our fan base. It's better than anyone in our league times 10. And it's our duty to go out there and give the greatest fan base in this region, in my opinion, let alone in our league, the type of performance.
Well, with the exception of LSU, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. But like at our level.
Or not 100,000 coming.
No. But I'm saying for our level,
yeah.
Right? For our level, it's not even close that we have the best environment, at our level in our region. And that's why, listen, at the end of the day, we need to win because we have an unbelievable fan base that's behind us.
Well, that was the fact that it was a dominant performance, I think, is almost as important as just a win.
I agree with that.
Because there had to be, you look at the last relatively 5 quarters of football, and that's what you're supposed to be, I think.
That's right.
That's how you're supposed to look.
I agree. And, I think that, I don't want to speak too soon, but, McNeese football for the longest time, obviously before I got into this chair, they had a swag about them. Yeah. They had a confidence about them. And I think that we're starting to hopefully get that back. And I think that, I was reading something that Matt Bonnet gave me that out of the last 5 games, 4 of them, we've shut out our opponent in the fourth quarter. That's how you win football games. And,
the only game you gave up 1 touchdown all year in the fourth quarter, and that was right. To Texas A&M.
Correct.
So that's not bad.
That's right. That's how. And you think about the improvement we've made on that side of the ball.
No. Last year it was 103-30 in the fourth quarter.
That's right.
So that is a big difference. That's also your depth too. Your depth now. You could actually absorb a Micah Davey injury. You couldn't have done that last year.
Oh no, not even close.
So I mean, those are the things that I think it speaks better than I thought of the group that came in last year and had to play. They've actually taken a step forward too.
I agree with that, 100%.
So there's a lot of positives going. I want to see what Weber State is like. It's an interesting place. It's like it considers itself like a little BYU almost.
I've been there many times.
I'm sure you have.
Many times.
Ogden, Utah. Interesting environment, 12,000. But you guys are flying into Salt Lake or Ogden?
We're going right into Ogden.
Oh, are you?
We are.
Oh, that's nice.
It is nice.
So you'll be back early on Sunday.
We are Saturday night, late Saturday night. We're going to fly right out.
But it'll be Sunday morning before you get in.
Correct. Yes.
And who knows? Maybe you'll have fans even greeting you at the airport.
I doubt that, but we'll see.
I won't be there.
I know you
that
won't
much.
be.
I'll be asleep. When we come back, we're going to talk basketball, the banquet, and dealing with Will Wade as a former player and
very, very interesting perspective.
Because he was also a walk-on for him.
100%.
They won them all on. We'll be back after this.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Ever since I was young, I've known what I wanted to do. Sure, I had some guidance along the way. Thanks, Mom and Dad. But eventually, I had all I wanted. Family, career. It went by fast. Now I'm here. Retirement. And thanks to sound financial planning, it will be all I hoped for. And our children will have a secure legacy. For me, retirement is the next great chapter in my life.
Ferdinandson Financial Group. Let us help you make a plan.
Welcome to Nogales Mexican Cuisine and Bar, where every dish is crafted with fresh ingredients bursting with flavor. Make your date night unforgettable with our authentic Mexican dishes in a cozy and unique setting. Experience our warm and welcoming staff dedicated to ensuring your dining experience is nothing short of exceptional. Unwind at our bar with weekly drink specials perfect for any occasion. Nogales Mexican Cuisine and Bar, where great food, people, and drinks come together.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
Welcome back to Poke Nation. First time, okay? Welcome, Reed Vial. How are you, my friend?
Heath, what's up, brother? I'm great.
Okay, so Reed is the special assistant to the head coach / I call him chief of staff. Anything and everything you want to know about men's basketball, come see me.
Why don't you have a chief of staff for a special assistant?
I have you. Why in the world would I want to know the chief of staff when I get you telling me what to do every single day, all day?
Yeah, but you don't do it. If you did, you'd be a lot better off, wouldn't you? You'd be a lot better off.
All right, let's move on. Okay?
Enough of that.
So, tell Poke Nation, how in the world did you get here? Tell us your journey. How did you know Coach Wade? How did this, all of this happen? Obviously, you came here, 2 years ago. Tell Poke Nation a little about yourself.
Yeah, so my story's a little bit interesting. I'm from Baton Rouge. I wanted to play basketball in college. I was like, okay, I'm not doing this, so I quit. And then I got the itch to get on the team, so I found my way getting myself on the team with Johnny Jones. Had a great connection with him. Obviously, he's at Texas Southern now. I literally had to go ask Coach Wade if I could still be on the team. And he said yes, and I'll never forget. He said, this will be the hardest thing you do, and this will be the most rewarding thing you ever do. And that's the biggest truth I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm still here sitting with him right now at McNeese. I never thought I would be here, but it's been incredible. I mean, I got to walk on for him my senior year at LSU, which means something to me, just being from Baton Rouge and growing up at LSU. And it was Coach's first year, and then obviously everything that happened at LSU, I got to be a grad assistant for him and get my MBA, which he helped me get for free, which I can't thank him enough.
Right.
And him and I have just been, we've been tight. We've had a good relationship. We keep up with each other. A lot of people look at him as whether it be a monster or they're afraid of him for some reason. I'm like, man, he's just a normal dude. He's just a normal dude. And that's how I treat him. And it's just a beautiful relationship. It's really, really good.
Okay, so talk about your role, right? So a lot of people want to know, like, what is your role on the staff? Obviously, I do literally call you the chief of staff, but the day-to-day in the life of you, what does that look like?
Well, if you're not organized, you're screwed. So coach is always busy. He's always on his phone. He's always on his phone texting somebody else, texting me, calling me this. But for me, I like to call myself, I fell in the cracks. I listen to what he wants. I listen to what everybody else wants. I try to find the pain points and alleviate those. Obviously going through you as well. But day to day can be marketing. It could be literally just making sure he knows what he needs to do that day. Some days I got to go fill his car up, with gas or get it serviced. But I mean, the cool part for me is I played for him. And so that's the unique part. So I understand what these guys like and understand what they want, because I know what I wanted, but also too, I didn't want to play basketball. I was around guys that are in the pros now, and we still have a great relationship. So just being able to understand those guys at a level that maybe, because he didn't play basketball, which is so amazing as to who he is today, but that is one part he didn't have. Now he also jokes at me too. I didn't really play, but I don't tell. You'll never know that about me. You never be like, oh, that kid played basketball. I just happened to play. But that's the cool part. Is I understand the guys on a personal level. I know what they like to wear. I like to reach out to brands and talk to them about possible NIL stuff or brand deals or whatever. Just anything that we can be different and separate ourselves from other universities, but also too, it still sticks to our blueprint, which is we're here to purely win. Now, if we can have some glitz and glamour on top of that, that's probably me.
Right. Okay.
Before we get into the banquet, which we'll talk about in the next segment, I want to ask, you were a walk-on.
Yes.
Now all of a sudden there's all this NIL. How different is it from being a basketball player to what it is now, that role? And what did you learn as a walk-on?
Well, as a walk-on, I learned that, you still have to show up, and especially for him, it's it's a little bit different because everybody thinks like being a walk-on is different for different coaches. Some have tryouts, some don't. He didn't. I just happened to ask if I could be on. He told me. He made a good bet, is how I would say it. But in a world today, like guys just think, oh, being a walk-on's cool, or I'm gonna do this. Like you still have to put in the work, and I don't think kids today understand how much work is involved.
No question.
Because you still have the same expectations, but you know that you're not going to play. And I think there's just a misunderstanding of what a walk-on is today. Maybe it's less work, or maybe it's so I can take a picture with a jersey. It's totally not that. All of that is the extra stuff.
So just to elaborate on that, because a lot of the walk-ons are quote unquote the practice squad, right? So like they'll play defense for an hour at a time, if you will. Like talk a little bit about that, kind of elaborate there.
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. Like for me, when I was at LSU, like there'd be some days you have to show up and be ready to go and you don't get in at all. But then once you get a little bit in the season or somebody gets hurt, then you have to be ready to practice. So you still have to know all the plays. You have to tell everybody what to do and whatnot. But, I think a lot of people get it misunderstood that, oh, they're kind of a part of the team. No, Coach Wade, the way he runs it, you are fully a part of the team. You're fully anticipated and you're fully, expected to do all of that. But it just depends on, are you doing it that day? You always have to stay ready. But if you stay ready, you don't have to be ready.
That's right.
Yeah. And he holds no punches with them. I've heard him at practice. You're just a part of everything.
Oh no, it's still equal now. You're still treated the same. You still get the colorful side of it too.
When we come back on Poke Nation, we're going to talk about the banquet coming up and also get a little bit into the video he does of Will Wade practices after this.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Ever since I was young, I've known what I wanted to do. Sure, I had some guidance along the way. Thanks, Mom and Dad. But eventually, I had all I wanted. Family, career. It went by fast. Now I'm here. Retirement. And thanks to sound financial planning, it will be all I hoped for. And our children will have a secure legacy. For me, retirement is the next great chapter in my life.
Ferdinandson Financial Group. Let us help you make a plan.
Welcome to Nogales Mexican Cuisine and Bar, where every dish is crafted with fresh ingredients bursting with flavor. Make your date night unforgettable with our authentic Mexican dishes in a cozy and unique setting. Experience our warm and welcoming staff dedicated to ensuring your dining experience is nothing short of exceptional. Unwind at our bar with weekly drink specials perfect for any occasion. Nogales Mexican Cuisine and Bar, where great food, people, and drinks come together.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
We're back with Reed, and we're going to talk a little bit about the McNeese basketball men's banquet coming up at the Legacy Center on October 9th, 6 to 9 p.m. A lot of different ways you can get it, a lot of different packages. You've got the gold package, the blue package, and the white package for tables. And that depends on who you sit with. Can you request who you sit with?
Oh, well,
you're not selling this guy's seat, right?
I got a seat.
His table would be priceless. Let's see. No, I mean, you can't request. You can sit with a scholarship player, though. So for a gold package, it's $5,000. You get to sit with a scholarship player that we place you with, and then you can bring 7 guests. And then for blue, be a non-scholarship player or a staff member. Maybe it'd be me, lucky enough. $2,500, and you can get that. And then if you just want to come and bring your people, it'll be $1,000, and that'll be the white.
What do you get to sit with Will Wade?
Well,
That's sold.
Is it? Hey, here's the thing. Yes.
You know, it's already taken.
You know, the last time he auctioned Will Wade off, he made sure he was a special guest at the dinner. So you got to watch that.
We got to look out for yourself.
It's good food.
Yeah.
It was great food. I'm not going to turn
So
down a great meal.
how does somebody sign up for this?
Yeah, I mean, so there's 2 ways. I mean, one, you can just write a check to MAF, and then you can put in the memo basketball banquet, or you can actually go on McNeeseFoundation.org banquet, and then you can fill out all your information on there. With that being said, we'll start teasing out auction items on this Wednesday, and then October 1st, we'll roll out the auction items. So you can actually start bidding in advance, and then when you get here, we'll wrap it up, and then the winners will be announced.
So you bid online?
Yes, you can bid online.
And where does the money go to?
The money goes to men's basketball. This year, it'll go completely to men's basketball.
But does it go to NIL or?
No,
okay,
it doesn't. And
that's
so,
what I'll make sure.
So the one good thing with this is that every single dollar goes, like Reed was saying, to men's basketball, whether it be travel, recruiting, the expenses to enhance the expense, because there's a lot of expenses to run a program. So this banquet will go, go 100% to running the program.
And what kind of crowd are you expecting?
I mean, we're looking upwards of, 400 or 500 people. I'm thinking 70 or so tables. It was pretty packed in here last year. It'll be different than last year. It'll be better. We'll have better food. We'll have some different decorations. We'll have the kickers. We'll have the cheerleaders. We'll have the band. We'll have a video. But the cool thing is we're going to ring in the new season. So we're going to actually give everybody their rings from the conference championship last year. So we'll present those. Coach will call up all the players, and you get to meet the new team. We've got half the same guys from last year, and we've got a new roster that we've added that's you're going to want to meet. So come to the banquet.
And I've seen them practice.
Yes.
I've heard them practice too when I was in another room one day. So But the interesting is one of the things that I find is, are you stunned by how much attention has happened in the last year here, and what's taken off here and the interest in the Will Wade basketball?
That's a good question, Jim. I'm stunned, but I'm not stunned. And the one reason I'm not stunned is because everybody asks, well, like, how are you guys doing the same thing you're kind of doing over here? Well, it's the same blueprint is the thing. Yeah, we may have less people and less money. Who cares? We never make excuses. We got the same guys from Baton Rouge, and we all worked each other in a different way. So it doesn't surprise me. Now, the way that it caught on fire, and just to see how cool it is for a community to be involved, for them to be involved in winning again, just to be involved in something exciting in the arena, whether they'd been in here or not, or what they'd seen before. But just the excitement on our players' face. Like, I'll never forget, to the day I die, Christian Shoemate's face after we beat VCU. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to react, and that was just, and I would just to watch that was like, that's why we do what we do. And that just happened to be game one, and we couldn't even call coach.
Right. Yeah. And so let me ask you this, Reed. Like, obviously you've been with Coach for a while, and so this is two questions really. Is number one, how has Lake Charles been to you? What do you think of the community here, and how have you, obviously you've really embedded yourself in the community. That's one. And two, how good can McNeese basketball be, like on a national stage?
Great question. I'm from Louisiana, right? So I get the Southern hospitality, everything that comes with that. So, same thing for me. The blueprint is I grew up in Baton Rouge. Now I'm in 337.
Right.
The people are the same. I'm a world traveler. I know people at a bunch of different places, but the difference between everybody else and here is that these people will literally take the clothes off of your back. They are on fire for sports. They're on fire for partying for sports. They just love sports and they love people. And you don't get that everywhere else. And it really is a special place. Now, the cool thing is we get to do it around good food. So that's what really draws the people.
Right, for sure.
Now, with that being said, going into your second question, it's the same thing as what it's not. I'm not saying it could be what LSU could be, but it's in the same state. You get the same people. You got the concoction of everything that you need. Now, you just need a coach like you got now, and you got talent. You got a beautiful arena. You got the resources you need. And then you got everything you just said. You got food, family, and you got sports. Yep. And you don't need anything more than that. But you need somebody that's going to make them believe that putting their money where their mouth is, and that investing in a program, and not just men's basketball, just McNeese itself. Yeah. All it takes is just an institution. But it takes somebody like you and somebody like him and a great reporter like you to make it look better.
I do have this. Some of the videos you've been putting out this year of practice.
Okay.
They're intense.
Yeah.
It's early and they're intense. What kind of hits are you getting? Are you seeing a lot of people look at them?
I can't believe I'm saying this. It's on TikTok, which is so stupid. But like I've been studying it, and I like social media, and I didn't go to school for that. But I'm all about we'll play the game. If it makes us look better, if we get more clicks, then let's just do it. Because at the end of the day, it's free. We're already doing what we're just copying. We're just showing people what we're already doing. Now, you got to have a coach that'll let you do it.
That's right.
Now, going back to previously, our relationship, he understands. And if I think it's a little dicey, I'll send it to him and make sure he approves it. But he's cool with it. We're an open book. And a lot of people aren't. And that scares people.
No, you're an open book. That's for sure. There's no question about it.
So it's been great, though. We've got a lot of former players, current players, and honestly a big thing, and you'll never have thought of this, and I didn't either. A cool thing is we've got current players' parents reaching out, thanking us, because it's a way for them to check in.
Well, that's what I always said about the ESPN Plus and all that, and the stuff we do and put online is I hear from a lot of parents saying thank you because this is a way I keep in touch with my kid. So
I never even thought about that. I'm not a parent, so I don't know.
That's cool.
When we come back on Poke Nation, we'll get Coach's final thoughts after this.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Welcome to Nogales Mexican Cuisine and Bar, where every dish is crafted with fresh ingredients bursting with flavor. Make your date night unforgettable with our authentic Mexican dishes in a cozy and unique setting. Experience our warm and welcoming staff dedicated to ensuring your dining experience is nothing short of exceptional. Unwind at our bar with weekly drink specials perfect for any occasion. Nogales Mexican Cuisine and Bar, where great food, people, and drinks come together.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
We're back. Reed has an interesting take on Will Wade, an interesting take on McNeese basketball, but I want to ask you about him and his situation. Mm-hmm. He probably wouldn't be in the situation he's in if he wasn't a walk-on basketball player. Wouldn't have gotten the opportunities.
100%.
There's talk about the walk-ons being done away with by the NCAA almost. Mm-hmm. What would you say to that? And what about the kids like him who use it as a forum for something else than just playing millions of dollars?
I don't like it at all. I'm not a proponent of it. I think that Reed is a perfect example of what happens when you become part of a team. I don't like it from an enrollment standpoint because, you think about the kids that are getting a partial scholarship or walking on that would not come here if they weren't part of a team. And so I don't like it at all. Again, I don't want to get on a soapbox here, but I think that a lot of times the decisions made by the NCAA are for the Power Four.
Yeah.
For them, it doesn't matter. They have 100,000 students, and if they need to put 15 guys on scholarship or 20 guys on, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. Like I said, I'm not a proponent of it, but I will vote against it. But, again, I'm one vote.
And you look at guys like Joshawn Barbie, who came here as a walk-on, earned a scholarship. Now his life is completely turned around,
right,
based on the opportunity he got that he never would have gotten without the walk-ons.
Absolutely. It's really, I think that just the amount of lives that can be changed and generations can be changed based on the fact that someone got an education and was part of a team that would normally not have been. I just think it would be very sad if that actually happened.
To me, the NCAA should always be trying to incorporate more people into the game than limit it.
I agree.
But we're in a world where it's completely different. All right, I want to ask you. So I'm watching the game the other night, and you guys kick an extra point, and it's suddenly been sponsored by somebody.
Sure.
But it's okay. But what I think is interesting is I haven't seen the patches on uniforms people have talked about yet.
It hasn't been approved yet.
Okay.
It hasn't.
I wondered where that was.
It has not been approved yet. I check every week with the conference.
What,
office.
You got people ready to stitch it
Absolutely.
up? Absolutely.
100%. I mean, there's a couple people out there that are very interested in putting their logo on a jersey. Absolutely. I check with our conference office every week to see if where that's at. Absolutely.
Where is it at?
They think it's going to be part of the House settlement. The House versus the NCAA, it's going to be part of that. But there's a lot of schools that are, I think it will pass.
Sure.
It's just a matter of time.
There's no reason for it not to. You see it in baseball.
Absolutely.
You're seeing it in other sports. What do you got, like I said, you got a sweatshop in Eunice? People can sit there and
whatever,
put it on with the patches on the uniforms and get it going?
I think it'd be pretty cool. I mean, why not? I don't think you should have more than one patch on a jersey. I don't think you should look like NASCAR. But I do think, like, you look at the professional sports, like the NBA and all that.
They do it.
They're doing it. So, again, as a marketing tool, I mean, if you're,
it's kind of, we've kind of gotten used to it with the Nike swoosh on the basketball uniforms long ago.
Absolutely.
So it kind of is almost in the community now. Mm-hmm. But that leads me to the next one, which is, I haven't seen a lot of advertising on fields yet. Is that in the same spot?
Yeah, I mean, that's a little farther along, but both of those are going to happen. You're going to see sponsors on the field. I think you're going to have, naming rights of a field, and then you're going to have logos on a field.
Now, just a personal question. Are you going to be flying on the team jet
Yes.
to Utah? Or are you taking one of these
Oh, no.
heat flights?
Whatever. There's no such thing as a heat flight. But I am going with the team, yes. And this is a donor trip. We got about, I think it's 18 donors going to go on the trip. So that's always a great time, and it's exciting. And we have our own itinerary that we're going to do. So it's going to be a great weekend.
Can you get someone to sponsor an escalator up to the press box? We'll call it the Heath-scalator.
No, we'll call it the Jim Gazzola.
He could use
escalator.
it. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I could use it on the other night. I was good the first two. It got a little hot the other night. It was a little rougher trip up.
It was hot.
It was a rougher trip up there. But when's that going to be done? Next year?
The press box will be ready, hopefully by January 1. I'm looking to have our math Christmas party in the press box.
There you go. We'll see you next week on Poke Nation after hopefully a big win at Weber State.